Alright guys, so we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So I wanted to do sort of, I guess, like a discussion video. I just wanted to talk about LR Gohan and Cell, and the fact that a majority of the community agrees that they are disappointing. Now, I can specifically explain why I personally am disappointed in them, and that's going to be what like the basis of this video is about, right? We're going to cover on a number of different things. We're going to take a look at the full details for Gohan and Cell, which were released, a couple hours ago. And I do want to make this point, right? Like, when LR Gohan and Goten came out, like, I definitely did misjudge them, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. Like, they had a significant drawback, but it's actually pretty easy to work around, right? Whereas, you look at Cell and Gohan's drawbacks, and I'm not so sure that there is a solution to easily work around it. That's the issue. Gohan and Goten, they're not the second best unit on every single team they could be on, but on a couple of them, you bet your ass they are. They are incredible, right? So, very quickly, before we go further too, I do want to clarify, if we scroll a little down right here, this right now is probably what I would think the top 7 list is. Now, again, I'm not doing this by optimal and damage and stuff like that. If you're wondering why I have LR Tech Broly down so low, it's because, personally, I don't find him that impressive until he transforms. I mean, it's a similar thing to Gohan and Goten, right? But Broly does not have a team situation that's as good as Gohan and Goten. Like, I guess you could do, like, the Turles Metal Cooler, like, and then, like, half, Dragon Ball Super Broly plus Turles, or, like, double Turles. I guess you could, but I don't know. I really like LR Tech Broly. I think he's good, 7th best unit in the game. But I think I do like the Super Saiyan 4s a bit better, because I find them a bit more consistent, and especially LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, as you guys can see, I do have the new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Cell probably about 3 and 4. I mean, this video, I guess I'm mostly, this is a negative video about Gohan and Cell, right? But in truth, don't get it twisted. They're going to come out and they're going to be stupidly busted, right? Like, this is going to happen. But they are disappointing for a couple of reasons, right? Now, the other thing, too, is in the past, they did adjust physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So, kind of like, me, Zahal, Garesh, we kind of, I guess, like, we ended up, Talon, too, was in there. Like, we kind of, like, created, like, this little, I don't know, movement or whatever it is that you want to call it. If we back out, so the tweet that shows Gohan's stats, as you guys can see, it has 2.5k replies, which is very, very high, like, considering the other tweets that Dokkan puts up. And you could okay, this one had 1.1, but this was the same thing. It was everyone saying, please amend Cell, basically, right? Like, so that's the same thing. Like, people, here's the issue. No one is denying that Gohan is stupid, uber broken, right? Especially this guy right here. But we want to use him. That's the point. Right now, this is... Team Dokkan nailed everything, by the way. All of this info is all correct, of course. The only thing is that Team Dokkan didn't have Cell's transformation condition in here. So in order to transform from this cell to this cell, you have to be below 30% HP, which is also not that great. But, Team Dokkan, like always, has completely accurate info, and this is it, right? This Gohan, yeah, he may be so stupidly busted, but it's going to be really hard to get to that point. In Dokkan events, it's going to be a struggle. Like, because everyone has been talking about how secretly the Kamehameha category is going to be, like, stupidly insane, like, right? Like, you got, probably the LR Fusions are going to be on it. Like, potentially Blue Gogeta could be on the team. All the Cells, Boos, like, it's going to be a nuts category. I don't think you're going to be falling below 58% HP very often. I already am not a fan of Namek Super Saiyan Goku and his transformation condition, which is being under 70% HP. So, of course, I hate the 58% thing. I've said this before. For me personally, active skills and transformations are, like, amazing. It brings so much fun into it, but it's not fun if you're rocking the unit we all want, but you can't transform. That's the issue. I would have no issue if they nerfed this Gohan a little bit to make it so we could actually see him. I would always say the same thing with Cell, too. Like, the same thing. Sure, make this Cell a little bit less ridiculous and make it a lot easier to get to him. Like, right here. if you just, so cut off this bottom part right there, that 20% attack, just boom, cut that out. Matter of fact, cut out this one right here, too. Get rid of that. So, Cell's passive, he fully heals you, 4 key, 120% attack and defense, and then you get additional 20% attack and defense for 4 more key spheres. But then, Cell only needs to fall below 50% HP to transform. Bam! I love him. Like, personally, I like that unit a lot better, because falling under 30% HP, that's not easy. And people will say, like, oh, well, Super Battle Road and stuff like that. But it's like, well, no, because oftentimes, like, if you notice, it is actually pretty rare to get below 30% HP, because, like, you have to basically get knocked, especially in something like Super Battle Road, right? Unless you're, like, it's kind of like you're gambling, you're risking it, maybe you don't have a lot of items or something like that. If, like, in the Super Battle Road stage, you find yourself at, like, 50% HP, 60% HP, you're going to use an item, likely to keep you from falling below 30%. 30% is a tough number to hit. That's why Darkness Toa's got the heal, right? Amazing, but it's tough to get there. Same with, like, Whis and other units like that. So, there's going to be issues getting to Cell's form. And then, of course, Gohan, I mean, they trolled us hard, too, because, like, they showed us all the new units. Shout out, of course, to the homie Goresh for the translations. Android 16 is int. So on the Kamehameha and AGL category, like, so on Gohan's team, which is Kamehameha and AGL, you can't have 16 on there. He can't be on there. He's not on there. He's nowhere in that category. So on Gohan's own team, you can't even get his best condition to transform. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Like, again, Gohan is busted. Cell's busted. But it's no fun to me, personally, when they limit these restrictions like this. And don't get it twisted, too. I'm going to rainbow both of these units. I'm not I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying I'm not going to summon. I'm just saying I'm very disappointed. I was calling for Gohan to be the best unit ever, basically, when he first came out. Like, look, here, hold on. Let me go over to tweets I made with Kawhi, right? This will be important. So me and Kawhi started talking, right? Kawhi made a very good point that, like, people are basically overreacting a little bit. I don't want to, here, let me translate. I don't want to generalize what he's saying, but, the cards are going to be insanely busted, right, is basically what Kawhi is saying, which is true. That's absolutely a fact. I agreed, but then as we get down to it, it's like, listen, Gohan and Cell, I would say that they're insanely busted, but they are, like, balanced. Like, their transformations are, like, it's almost, like, balanced, because this is just, like, ridiculous. He's insane. And the same thing with the Cell. This is just, like, absolutely nuts, right? But, like, I don't know that I like the idea of balance when freaking Kale and Khalifa are running around. It's like, Kale and Khalifa shit on Gohan and Cell. Like, that's just how it is. And, like, it's like, oh, well, we can't have their transformation, have them transform right away or anything. They'd be too busted. You can't tell us that with Khalifa and Kale in the game. And, like, Gohan, again, this is, the most legendary moment in the series, or at least a top 3 or top 5 moment in the series. Everyone would agree with that, right? That's pretty deserving to be the undisputed best card in the game, to me. The issue with Kale and Khalifa, it's just like a random, like, character that's the best unit in the game, basically, a random moment. I said this before, but the most hype thing about Kale and Khalifa is Kefla. And Kefla's not the LR, it's just Kale and Khalifa. So, like, we all were wanting Gohan to be the best unit in the game, and he's not. That's it. He's not. Gohan's not even the best unit of his type, Super AGL. Because guess what? Kale and Khalifa are Super AGL. So, by the way, Super AGL, I don't know what they were thinking with this, because they just gave us LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. They just gave us LR Kale and Khalifa. Do we really need, so Super AGL has 3 of, like, the top 7 units in the game, or top 5 units in the game, or whatever, like according to that list I had. Like, are you kidding me? What? Here, I want to bring that back up. Okay, so let's take a look. So, I got Kale and Khalifa 1, Gohan 3, Goku 5. So, Super AGL has 3 of the top 5 units in the game. That's not balanced. That's not balanced in any way. So, we'll see if they might adjust. I mean, again, 2.5K comments. We go through here. It's just everyone saying, hey, can we, take a second look? Like, look, even the Japanese player base has hopped in, and they agree with us. The Japanese player base has joined in, and they're completely agreeing with everything we're saying. And I think probably this isn't going to work, but I do want to make the point that yesterday, like I said, like let's ask for Gohan to be like adjusted, but not do it in a rude way. And no one here is being rude. Again, they're like please take a look at the conditions again. Like so, it could happen. He could be adjusted. Now again, even if they are not adjusted, they're still some of the best units in the game. That is just a fact, right? Now, I guess, real quick before we finish up here, let's just, like, finish out the details for all the new units that they revealed. So, Android 16, it's stupid that he's int, but he is so dumb, by the way. I imagine he's super int, by the way. I don't think he's going to be an extreme int character, because remember, okay, don't think about the tech Android 16 from Fighters is super, right? But all the other Android 16s previously were extreme cards. This one, I imagine, has got to be a super character, right? So, Android Cell Saga category leader, which is good. Supreme damage, massively lowers defense, fine. But he's so good. Like, look at this. 100% attack and defense, high chance to guard. And then if there is a Super Saiyan Gohan or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the same turn, he gets 100% extra defense, and all allies get 3 key and 50% attack. So, 16 is crazy, dude. He's nuts. Android Artificial Life Form and Android / Cell Saga. The final part of his passive, obviously, can only be utilized on the Android / Cell Saga team. Again, I do think it's a missed opportunity to not make the 16 and Gohan the same color, so you can use it on Gohan's team. Because they're telling you, hey, go pull Android 16, go pull Gohan, and then go pull Cell, because Cell is the leader of the category. That's what they're telling you, by the way. So, you know, I would really like it if 16 was in, or AGL instead, but oh well. I mean, 16 is, the only issue with him is that they made it difficult to pair him with Gohan. That's my only issue with him. He's very good, very good. I mean, I would prefer that he had the guaranteed guard against all attacks, but he's still amazing, right? Then we go down to Cell Jr. I really like this Cell Jr. card, man. Another thing, I guess, I think it's just Cell Jr. as the name, too. Because they're not on the... Yeah, it's weird. I feel like they could have called this Cell Juniors and then put them on the Joint Forces category as well, by the way. I don't know. Maybe am I dumb? I feel like they should probably be on there, right? So, their Artificial Life Form leader. That's good. That's good. Super Attack Cell Juniors hell. Supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. That's really good, especially when we get to their passive. 100% attack and defense, bam, already good. Then an additional 10% attack per Artificial Life Form category ally in the team. Amazing, but unfortunately that team doesn't have a proper leader yet, which is annoying. You know, Super Baby 2 is good, 130%, but he's not a true 150% plus category leader. And then if there's an ally Cell Perfect Form or Perfect Cell in the same turn, perform an additional super attack. Very strong. The only thing is, I'm not sure that their links match up very well with LR Cell. That's kind of an oddity, right? Like, what? I understand they were running from Gohan, but, like, did y'all see Gohan? I don't know that I'm going to call the Cell Juniors cowards because they ran from Gohan. Did you see what he was doing? You don't need to call them cowards. He was literally punching them in half, exploding them on impact. I don't think I would call them a coward for turning around the other direction, all right? I know, but it's just... y'all get what I'm saying. I mean, their links do seem fine at a glance, but I would need to see how it matches up with some of the other Artificial Life Form category units that I'd be using on a team, right? So they're on Android, Artificial Life Form, and Android / Cell Saga. Regardless, they're a very good unit, though. Bam. That's it. They're a very strong unit. I like them a lot. This is good. This is, again, Dokkan fixing holes that it's had, basically. We didn't have a good Cell Jr. ever. Well, now we do. Perfect. So, again, boom. Team Dokkaner nailed it completely. Cell's details are exactly what Dokkaner said, as Goresh says right here. But then that transformation condition, fall below 30% HP. Now, here's the thing. That's super dumb, honestly. But Cell does at least heal you back up to full. So, I would say I like Cell's condition better than Gohan's. Especially because, I mean, if you're in Super Battle Road or the Legendary not in the Legendary Goku event, because Goku is not that strong starting out, but in Super Battle Road, you could potentially get blown away and immediately transform on turn 2. Like, Cell could immediately transform. That is possible. It's not likely, but it could happen, and it will happen sometimes. So, because of that, I definitely would give Cell the advantage. I mean, I guess you could do that too with Gohan, but, like, only on, like, the Super stage of Super Battle Road. You know, there's 30 stages, you could do that on one stage. You know, with the Cell / Android. No, you can't even do that! Well, you'd have to run double 16 as leader because Cell is extreme, right? So that's my point. Like, Gohan can transform on turn 2 if you have 16 on the team, but Gohan's team, you can't do that. So, too bad. Let's see his links. Gentleman, Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, Kamehameha, Ultimate Life Form, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. This man doesn't have shocking speed. Are you kidding me? What? What? Alright. Very funny. Okay. And Gentleman becomes Revival. That's good. After he transforms. And then he has the single worst active skill condition in the game by far. So, after you fall below 30% HP, which is not easy at all. But after you do that, once you do that, 3 turns later, if there's one enemy you could use as active skill, you will never see this, ever. Ever, 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 ever. Only, if you're on Global, you'll never see it. Only the Legendary Goku event, I think, realistically, you have to go so far out of your way to get this to happen. I don't know what they were thinking with this. This would have been fine if he can use the active skill immediately after he transforms. He doesn't have an easy transformation condition. It wouldn't be too OP. He doesn't, as far as I'm aware, Cell does not even raise his attack as much as the LR Super Saiyan 4s do on their active skill. So you can't say it's too OP. Here, let me pull up one of the Super Saiyan 4s real quick. Oh, perfect. We can go right from this. Damn it. No. We can go right from this Goku. Let me get the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku up right here real quick. So we scroll down. Ultimate damage. Massively raises attack temporarily. Greatly raises attack temporarily. And ultimate damage. So there we go. The Super Saiyan 4's active skills will hit harder than Cell's. I mean, well, okay. I want to say, like, the active skill itself is harder for the Super Saiyan 4s. But, I mean, I guess they're also considering how insane Cell's passive is. Like, if you have Cell's full passive and you do his active skill... Well, no, you wouldn't be able to do that, actually. No, you can't. You can't do that. Yeah, you could only have his 120% attack and defense and then use his active skill. Because as soon as you get orbs, you couldn't use his active skill. Okay. So that, boom, it's done. There we go. Stupid. Okay. So, yeah, you're never going to see that, by the way. And then it's got to be against one enemy. So you might think, oh, Truth, come on. Relax, Truth. Super Battle Road, duh. Okay, so you get blown away in turn 1. Sure. Turn 2, Cell transforms. You got to get to turn 5 to use his active skill, and there's got to be only one enemy. On Super Battle Road, where there's traditionally 2 or more enemies. Remember how often Gogeta Blue transforms in Super Battle Road, aka never? Well, the absolute bare minimum you will get Cell's active skill is turn 5. And that is not going to happen very often. So, again, you have to go very far out of your way to get it done. Moving on to Gohan. Again, Team Dokkan nailed it completely. Details are completely accurate. Links. Super Saiyan. Saiyan Warrior Race. Golden Warrior. Kamehameha. Prepare for battle. Fierce battle. Legendary power. They didn't give him shocking speed either. I mean, I don't want to complain too much, because his links are going to be really good for all the teams he's on, right? But, I mean, shocking speed would have been really, really cool to have. That's all I'm going to say there. And then the other thing is he does, in fact, need there to specifically be a Super Saiyan Goku in the same turn to get the additional 59% attack boost while performing an Ultra Super attack in his transformed state. So if you guys remember when we initially looked at this, it was, wondering... Is this a situation like Kid Chi-Chi, where the way Kid Chi-Chi works, she could use any Kid Goku, and she gets extra stuff from her passive? That includes Great Ape Kid Goku, LR Kid Goku and Arale, LR Kid Goku and Bulma. All of those will activate it. So I was wondering, could this work similar, where any version of Super Saiyan Goku could activate this? But Gresh says no, it is in fact specifically Super Saiyan Goku. I do expect there to be an LR sort of Bye Guys or Instant Transmission Kamehameha Goku coming at some point soon, by the way. Everyone is in agreement with this. There's a lot of new art for Super Saiyan Goku. Plus, they're putting it on a silver platter for us, right? So, okay, the Android/Cell Saga team is just fact the best place for Gohan. I want to pull that up here. Let me just go to, Fierce Battle. So let me go to the Android / Cell Saga team. Let me take a look at the amazing Super Saiyan Gokus on this team. Okay? So, nothing there. Oh, Yardrat free-to-play Goku. How kind. How kind. So there you go. Like, I would say without a shadow of a doubt, there is a new Goku coming in part 2, presumably going to be an LR Goku. I do think the Bye Guys is definitely a worthy LR moment. I think most people would agree. Honestly, even the instant transmission Kamehameha, I think would make for a very exciting LR. So, but again, they're asking so much. I mean, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to rainbow all the units. But of a normal player, it's, hey, go pull Cell, Android 16, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then LR Super Saiyan Goku is presumably coming out in a couple weeks. So they want you to pull 3 featured LRs in a span of a couple weeks to get Gohan in his best situation. That is why people are complaining. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully they do amend Gohan slightly. Here's the only issue. We kind of started this whole fix Gohan thing before they revealed the details of Cell. And, again, Cell's... Honestly, I would be okay with them keeping his transformation condition the way it is. I'm okay with that. The under 30% HP. It's tough to get, but if he would immediately have access to his active skill, I would be okay with Cell. That's my issue with him, is that his active skill is non-existent. Why even give him an active skill? Because you're not going to see it. You're just not going to see it. That's it. So again, let me know what you guys think of everything. This was a very, very negative video about Gohan and Cell, but I will still be pulling. I do still think they're like the 3rd and 4th best units in the game. They are insanely good, even non-transformed, by the way. Gohan is nuts. He's absolutely crazy. Same thing with Cell. In his first form, Cell will obliterate Super Battle Road, by the way. 80% attack and defense, an extra 80% defense. Then he gets additional ki and 20% attack per enemy. So, like, I'm not in any way implying that they are bad or anything like that. It's just they made them very disappointing to me. The transformation conditions, and everyone agrees, we want to use Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, not just have Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, and it's like, well, I sure wish I could be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right now. Sure wish, but oh well. So, again, let me know what you guys think of everything. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later. And again, second one that the banners are up, I will be summoning like crazy. I will be rainbowing all these units. I'm annoyed with the decisions, the balance, like, in the name of balance, when Kale and Khalifa are in the damn game. It's stupid. But, you know, Dokkan, with me, has built a lot of goodwill. I feel like a lot of the decisions they've made have been very good. I think the celebration is incredible. So, while I am very disappointed in some of the conditions for Gohan and Cell, I'm not holding it against Dokkan and Akatsuki that much, right? So, again, I've tried to wrap this video like 5 times. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.